In this lesson, we're going to look at mean from ungrouped table. We looked at the grouped table before, and this is going to be something very easy for you to do because you've understood how to look at grouped data, and this is ungrouped frequency table, how to calculate mean. Okay, it's pretty similar to the one which you did before, but this will be slightly easier. Okay, before we do that, can you do the starter activity for me? Convert 8 divided by 25 to a decimal and a percentage, please. Okay, and see if you can work out um, uh, some fractions questions and work out the averages and range. Averages, where it says averages, it means mean, mode, median, and range for the data set in front of you. And if you're particularly, feeling mathematically inclined and so keen to do more maths, you can do extension question to work out the surface area of the cuboid below. Okay, so have a go at these questions. If you can't remember, I'll show you how to do it in a minute. Okay, remember with the fractions, you have to find a common multiple, okay, which will go into both numbers. So 8, let's look at the first one. 8 over 25 will be 0.32. If you can't remember how to do it, okay, I will go through it when we come back, okay, which converts to 32%. Okay, question 2, I'm particularly interested in. Now you cross multiply, so 9 times 7, the common multiple is 63. So 63 will go in both numbers, okay? But whatever you have to do to the denominator, so if I've multiplied this 9 by 7, I will have to multiply 4 by 7. So 4, there you go. Same thing, it gives you 28. So I'll have to do the same thing with this one. So I've multiplied 7 by 9, get 63. Then I'll have to multiply the numerator by 9 as well, which gives me 28 over 63 minus 9 over 63, which is um, 19 over 63. I don't think it can be simplified any further. So remember, you have to find a common multiple. So 9 times 7 is 63. 9 times 7 is 63 here, okay, which goes into both numbers. And then you have to do the same thing to the numerators. Okay, so and do you remember about dividing fractions? Does anybody remember about KFC? So keep, okay, you'll keep 6 over 10 as it is, okay? You'll flip the second part of the equation 3 over 4 to 4 over 3, and you will change the sign, divide to multiply. That's why it's called KFC. So you keep first part the same, okay? You flip the second part of the equation and you change the sign to multiply. You can call it KCF if you want to. Keep, change divide to multiply, and flip the second part of the equation. And when multiplying fractions, you just multiply numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. So this will become 6 times 4, okay, equals 24. 10 times 3 is 30, which can be simplified to 4 to 5, 4 over 5. Okay, so let me go through this again. This becomes 6 over 10 times 4 over 3. So you do keep as keep, change the sign, and you flip and you multiply the equation. Okay, so to work out the mode, to quick recap, we'll work out the mode in here. What is mode? Mode is the most common value. I don't see any mode, so no mode, because there's nothing which is happening more than one time. Okay, so how would you work out the median? So median is the middle value. So 2 crosses with 13, 3 crosses with 7. I think the median, there you go, is 5. How would you work out the mean? Mean. You basically add them up, okay, and you would divide by how many you have. So this will give you 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 13 divided by 5, which gives you 6. And range is biggest value, take away the smallest. Biggest is here 13, and smallest is 2. So 13 minus 2 gives you 11. Can you please attempt this in your book? And when you come back into school, it would be good to see that you've attempted these questions. Then we can evidence your progress. Okay. Now I'm going to basically I haven't covered, I briefly covered this with you. Okay, you can have a look at this again in your own time, how to work out the volume and surface area. Volume is pretty easy. Volume is length times width times height. So 4 times 1 times 3. Pretty easy. Remember the units, it'll become centimeter cube. Okay, surface area is slightly tricky. There's a formula: 2 times length times width plus 2 times height plus width plus 2 times length plus height, which you can apply in this um, sum. Okay, I want to go on to the main part of the lesson now, which is basically mean from a table. So in the last lesson we looked at mean. Now you have a table like this with frequency. So what does this mean? What does this table tell you? So you have a table with number of candy bars and frequency. So 0 candy bar, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. So what does this tell you? What do you think? You can have a think about it. What does this table tell you? I think it tells you that one student bought 0 candy. Okay, that's frequency 1. One student bought 1 candy, this is the second part. And one student bought 2 candy, this one. And then 3 students bought 3 candy, this is this one. 5 students bought 4 candy, this is this one. Okay, 4 students bought 5 candies. Okay, and 2 students bought 6. Okay, 1 bought 7. Oh, he or she pretty greedy. Hopefully they'll share with somebody else. And 2 students bought 8. So this shows how many times how many students have bought how many candies. Okay. Now I'm going to skip on this. Now how can you work out the mean of that information? You use a formula called mean, fx of a table, total, divided by f, which is a frequency. We looked at this before. Okay. I'm just going to show you this again. So work out the mean from the frequency tables below. Okay, how would you do? Pretty simple, pretty easy. All you do is you do it on the column. Okay, you can call it fx, f of x. So x is this data, and to work out f of x, all you do is you multiply them. So 6 times 1, 6, 10 times 2, 20, 5 times 3, 15, 3 times 4, 12, 5 times 2, 10, 6 times 1 is 6. So all I'm doing is I'm multiplying these. When I multiply, so I'm going to use this formula. Mean equals fx total, the total of this, divided by f total. So fx total, I'll add these numbers, okay, and they will come to 27. This comes to 27. I'll add this one, comes to 69. So to work out mean, 69 divided by 27. You can use a calculator if you want to. Gives you 2.6. So all you're going to do is you multiply 1 times 6, 2 times 10, 3 times 5, 4 times 3, 5 times 2, 6 times 1. Okay, add them up, divided by frequency gives you the mean. So I'll do one more with you. So how will you do in this one? 8 times 0, okay, 0, 5 times 1, 5, 3 times 2, 6, 3 times 2, 6, 4 times 1, 4, 5 times 1, 5, and then you just add them. Total is 20 for frequency, fx is 26, so there's a formula, 26 divided by 20 gives you 1.3. Okay, I want you to work out the mean from the frequency tables below, okay, using the information I've shown you. 4 questions to do, and can you make sure you bring them back, and I will mark them once you've done them to look at these. Okay, so just a reminder how to do them. You multiply 6 times 1 gives 6 times 2. You multiply them to get fx, and fx divided by f gives you the mean. So can you please have a go at these 4 questions? Mean from a table, and then we'll have a look. Okay, so these 4 questions for you to do. Okay, so I'll start you first one. So you have 3 times 1, 4 times 2, 8, 3 times 2, 6, 4 times 1, 4. You add them, total equals 21 divided by 10, which is 2.1. So have a go at these questions. Good luck. Bye.